what happened? Mia, give me your scooter. Go home, go home, go home. Stay here too, come on. No. No.
All right, I see we got 2 people. That's cool. Okay, we got 2 people. I'm out here in the park with my daughter. We was out there in Harlem yesterday. Stayed out there till maybe like about 6 o'clock, I think. Got out there early. So Saturday we're gonna be back out there because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. From pushing, even though I got everything on like this cart, and it kind of it holds everything, but I realized I'm kind of like pushing maybe an extra maybe 150 pounds or close to 200 pounds in stones. And so I felt so sore. I was like, you know what? I gotta rest today. Plus, that was prior, I didn't get my proper rest. But another thing too, because this is gonna lead into a topic. It's a good thing that I work out. You know, little spurts of working out, like planks in the morning, leg raises, and push-ups, and you know, little dips and stuff like that, just to maintain. Because I find out those planks really keep you. It builds your stamina. But my body said, listen, don't go out, because when you don't rest properly, that's when you have injuries, and you usually have mishaps because you're not getting a proper rest. So in my other video, I spoke about taking care of yourself, how it's important to take care of yourself. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all those different areas, because then when you are dealing with like certain stresses, because stress don't necessarily mean arguing and drama. No, sometimes stress is you're pushing your body, or you're doing things with your body, your spirit, and your mind that you've never really done before, and that can put stress on the system. And by you having certain things in place, meditations, prayers, working out, eating healthy, resting, you know, stuff like that, like self-care and wellness, excuse me, that helps you, and that helps your body last longer than the average body that don't have those things in place. So and then you'll see that you're able to do things that you didn't even know that you were able to do, because of certain things that you do to keep yourself together and to keep yourself strong. So it's vitally important that we have in place meditations, some kind of exercise, some inner getaways that bring us harmony, bring us peace, and stuff like that. It's very, very important. So this way your body can withstand certain things that will happen. even if you get sick. By whatever you're doing now, as far as self-care, the self-care entails a lot of what I said, then it entails unseen stuff. But when you do certain things, the body automatically kicks in and it builds a defensive barrier to protect you against certain things that will happen because you're a human. So even if you get sick, your body, because of what you've been doing prior, will act in a certain way. So if you haven't been taking care of yourself, that means that sickness might overwhelm you. Or if you have been taking care of yourself, then that means that the sickness, you're going to feel it, but it's not going to overwhelm you because of what you've been doing prior. Resting, meditating, praying, working out, putting in certain minerals in your system to keep the system functioning. So when certain things such as the system is stressed, the system is better able to bounce back from that stress. And remember, I said earlier, stress don't always entail when you're arguing and fighting with somebody. No, there's different levels of stress. So it's sort of like, and another thing too, information is very, very important. Having the right information pertaining to what's going on in your life that you can use and put into place. So when something happens, you know what to do. Like, let's say if you're congested with mucus, okay, you know what to do. Let me go get that elderberry. Let me go get that peppermint. But my go-to is the elderberry. But there's other stuff, but the elderberry is it. Because you can have mucus even in your brain, and that elderberry, it'll get it out. So information is important because, like, if you go through anything that we go through in life, having the information on knowing what to do at that particular moment or time, or eventually getting the information from a reliable source or multiple sources, that this is what you can do pertaining to whatever it may be. And then you apply the information, because like I may mention before, receivership, meaning you got to be in a place and at a place in your development. Because remember I said in my other lives, your age does not make you an adult. It's not how old you are that makes you an adult. It's your right-mindedness that makes you an adult. It's your decision process, your decisions that you make that detail whether you are an adult and a right-minded, responsible adult. Anytime we as adults, including myself, if we are not making right-minded decisions that bring about solutions, right, and elevation, then we are not in adult thought process. We in some other process. Because if you don't believe me, just look at some of the different things you may have done that wasn't cool, wasn't correct, wasn't right. Whether it was arguing with somebody, or doing something petty, doing something stupid, or doing something that, you knew the outcome prior, or maybe because of something going on, whether you're low self-worth, low self-esteem, you didn't know yourself, you wanted to fit in, or maybe you didn't even love yourself, and you put yourself in certain situations. And it's not saying that, that makes you like a messed up person. No, it's saying that, because you got to remember, the mind controls everything. Your mind controls everything. Even without your permission, your mind is still making sure the heart beats, the breathing, all that stuff, and other chemical sequences. Because right now, as you hear my voice, the cells in our body, they're talking, they're conversating, they're communities. Just like how we are communities, those are inner communities, And I had found out some time ago that You see how you go to the bathroom? Those communities, those very cells go to the bathroom too. I was blown away when I found that. I said, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, and this is why we want to do certain things to keep our system clean, you know, keep our mind clean, so on and so forth. Because once you begin to clean the inner system, I'm telling you, your skin looks different, your eyes look different, your energy levels look different, you will feel different, and then you become more conscious of what you do, when you do what you do, why you do what you do. And even if you mess up, by you in that pathway of healing, you're better able to see when you need to straighten up your act, or like get back in focus, or basically regroup, change some things, reevaluate some things. So that is like when being right-minded. Now, being right-minded is like excuse me. It's I'm just going to try to say it as I feel it. It's something that will help you, and it'll keep you together. And like I said earlier, even if you mess up or whatever, by you practicing being right-minded, you can pull yourself up and out of any situation that you may deal with, depending on the level and the building of how strong your right-mindedness is. Because we all got different levels of right-mindedness, and we perceive and see and feel things differently. But when you look at the bigger picture, you got right, you got wrong. And then there's certain things in life, and I learned this from listening to Neely Fuller on YouTube. If you want information about Neely Fuller, let me know. DM me and I'll send you some of his stuff. And he says everything has a code. He says that everything has a code, and even though people think differently and do things differently, the code says this is the right way for it to be done. You know, some people may figure it out differently. They may take a different tool and fix it differently, but there is a code of how the connection is supposed to be made that will make the thing run accordingly to how it was first built in the first place, when it was first designed and they brought it to the table. Just like you, when you was designed and the creator brought you to the table, and you know, and like put these different senses and different chemicals and different things in you, right? And you run a certain way. And if you neglect certain important systems inside of you, your body, your mind, your system don't run the way it used to run. Yeah. And so a lot of times people, either they're ignorant to the fact, or they're not aware, or they don't care, or sometimes people, all of us sometimes, become stuck in our thought process, our way. It's my way or the highway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not open to nobody else's information. I've been doing this. You don't know who I am. You don't know blah 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 and stuff like that. And so, a lot of times, in not understanding how the system properly works, the neglect of the system comes about, and in the neglect of that system, you start falling apart, whether mentally falling apart, spiritually falling apart, you know, relationship-wise, just a whole host of different things will start to fall apart because you don't know how the system works. And I'm going to say this because like I give an example. Most of us don't even know how the government works. We don't know how the voting works. the laws works, different stuff works. Because we just seeing what we're seeing, but we're not trying to get the full understanding of what it is. You know? And like, this ain't about saying you stupid. No. It's about like becoming more aware, becoming more in tune to what's really happening. The inner first connect inside and then understand the outside and stuff like that. So this way the system can run properly. You can add some life to your life, add some joy to your joy. Be more at peace, be more happy. Do the right thing with your money when you get it. That's another thing too. If your system is not correctly together, a lot of times you'll find yourself spending money on stuff that you really don't need. You know, or you'll find yourself in relationships that you know you really don't need. Or you'll find yourself doing things that you know you shouldn't even be doing. And those are just lessons, because a lot of times things will happen or whatever. And yeah, you know, we feel some kind of emotional way, oh man, why is this happening to me, this and that. And so, like, looking at my life, right? I'm switching hands here, y'all, because, you know, after holding the phone for a while, you know, my arm, like, yo, give me a break here. So, it's called like reflecting. Most of us do it. We do it. Or tracing, going back, looking at what happened, you know, what I did, what I should have did, X, Y, and Z. And then, hopefully, understanding why certain things happen and using it as a learning lesson to do better. Because I do it all the time. I say, you know what? This happened, that happened. I made this mistake. I've been through this. Boom, 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 boom. And then I said, man, now I understand why what happened. I didn't know. I wasn't aware. I may have didn't care at that time. I may not have fully have my eyes open and aware as I do. So when you get to a better place, like a better place, inner space inside of you, and then you look at some stuff, hopefully you can see and say, okay, now I know why that happened. Because, you know, some of those things had to happen in order for me to come into some kind of awakening of some changes, what I need to do, all of that. And like I said, when you are in a better space, inner space, and you look and you say, you know what, man, I'm feeling better. I'm thinking better. I'm more at peace. I'm more happy. I see everything clearly right in front of me. I can see everything clear. You know, I'm one with nature. Nature's one with me. You know, I understand, like, you know, there's certain things I need to have in my home. You know, certain things I need to, like, focus more on thinking about. Certain people I need to relate to and interact with, all of that. Because when you begin to, like I don't want to get lost in translation, but look at what you went through and then see that you're in a better inner space, a better place, and then you can say, okay, that hurted. I cried. I may have taken some losses, lost some people along the way, and then you understand that certain things is set up certain ways, but then you're gonna, like, look at things now and be more appreciative and grateful that, you know, you're awoken, you're still here to tell a story, and you're still striving to do better and be the adult, be more right-minded in things as far as your decisions, all of that stuff. especially more so now than ever, because well, even though a lot of the behaviors that the humans are doing, they've been doing it. It's just that now we can see it on the Facebook feed, Instagram, the computer, the news and stuff like that. And we say, oh my God, look at this. But yeah, they've been doing that. It's nothing new. Like, this is nothing new under the sun. They've been doing that. It's just that they had different techniques and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But it's been going on. So my thing is that, having an understanding of the actuality of reality, of what's going on, and staying out of the fray of insanity, of walking around in fear, of walking around in clothes to where you're not really living, You're not really experiencing the blessings of just breathing in and out right now, and knowing, you know what? I understand life now. I understand everything. And I'm still learning more. I'm still learning. But at least I'm on that pathway where I want to figure things out and understand things and not walk around and be blind to things, like past things that we may have not been aware of, and even things now that we come in contact with and we find it strange, and we be like, oh my God, how could people do this? Oh my God, why am I thinking like this? All of that stuff. And so it's just basically about focusing on being right-minded. Focus on being right-minded. You struggling with something, welcome to life. You dealing with a situation, welcome to life. You asked to come here. You asked to be here. You're not here just by coincidence. You asked for this. Yeah, you asked to come into the earth. And you here. You may have been through some stuff, going through whatever. Figure it out. Get still. Get still. Learn how your body works, your system works, your thoughts work. Learn everything about you, about others, all of that. And just, build reserves of peaceful things, creative things, that when things may be whatever it may be, you got things that you can do that's going to keep you focused, keep you smiling, keep you laughing, keep you pushing through, in this world that sometimes we know and sometimes we don't know. And like I may mention in my other live, nobody knew COVID was coming. Yeah. Because if you go back pre-COVID, right, everybody was basking, yo, man, next year, man, I'm going to do this, Boom, right? But guess what? The information pertaining to certain things was out there. It's just that maybe for some of us, we didn't have the information, or we had it, but we didn't know that we had it. Because I was reading some books, and it was kind of speaking about certain things, but not actually saying that this is what it is, but it was kind of saying, certain things would happen. And then I started saying, you know what? When you go back into history and you study different societies and communities, they didn't last forever. Think about it. Look at all the past communities that was here way before we got here. Before we even heard of a cell phone and computers and this and that. They had different technologies, right, that they used, and they're no longer in existence. I'm talking about those communities. You may go into certain parts of the world, maybe some from that clan, some from that tribe, some from that community, and stuff like that. But if you study history, every nation, every community has went through some kind of catastrophe, some kind of man-made catastrophe, some kind of demise, some kind of famine, some kind of plague or loss. And it's still happening now. It's still happening now. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is that sometimes because of, and I need to be real about this, sometimes because of where we are as people and because of technology and this and that, we think this shit gonna last forever, man. But it's not. It's not. It's not gonna last forever. So my thing is, once COVID happened, you know, I was a little fearful, but then I started doing my research, because my goal is I need to connect those dots, the why, the ins and outs and ins. And then once I figured it out, I said, what can I do to make sure me and my family and friends is together? I said, yo, let me make sure I got various different herbs and different, minerals and different methods of keeping myself together and strong. My immune system strong, my mind strong, my people strong who are willing to listen. Yeah, and like, I just got really deep and heavy into what I'm doing now, as far as my regiments, mainly my mineral intake, you know. And so, and like, I'm grateful to Dr. Sebi, you know what I'm saying? You know, Dr. Sebi, thank God that, you know, the Creator made a person named Dr. Sebi, because he made it all easy and explainable, you know. And there was this other sister, I used to follow her on YouTube. She was breaking down the different herbs and stuff, and that's how I really got deeper into the herbs. So I'm grateful for being in a state of receivership to receive information that put me in a better inner space, where I can take care of myself and maintain myself while I'm still living. Because see, I don't know about you, but I think I shared this before. I know what it feels like to be deathly ill, because I had got real deathly ill some years ago in my home, right? And that was, at the time, I didn't have reliable sources for buying crystals, and I happened to buy a big, giant crystal. And the vendor that I bought it from, it wasn't a real crystal, and they had chemicals on it. I used to smell my stones. I don't smell my stones anymore, but I smelled the big piece, and whatever they made it with went in my nostrils. And the next day I woke up, oh my God, man. Room was spinning real fast. I was weak and fuck. I was going, oh man, I was, excuse my French, I was fucked up. I never felt like it before. I was like, oh man, why is this happening to me? And some said, figure it out. And then I just called, I said, crystals. You know, I prayed and I said, crystals, I'm sick, send me your energy. I got up. I went to my cabinet where all my herbs were. I took that elderberry, right? Well, I made the elderberry. I took burdock and yellow dock, because burdock and yellow dock clean the blood. Yeah, that burdock, oh my God, and that yellow dock, woof. And I was using those three. And the elderberry, you know, makes you go to the bathroom. I was throwing up, going to the bathroom, boom, yeah. And it took me like 8 days, and I nursed myself back to health, man. And then from that moment on, I knew within myself that I could heal myself by having information pertaining to what's wrong with me and using the right herb to bring my system back to order. Yeah, let's just say that. Bring the system back to order. Yeah, and so I was able to do that. And then what I did was, instead of, because it came back a little bit, the vertical came back real hard and heavy, but not to the point where I was overwhelmed. So I said, okay, you got the herbs, you know what to do. And then so I'm good now. Plus there's certain crystals you can walk with too that help you with vertigo and other ailments. For every organ in the body, there's crystals that pertain to that organ, because I got books about it. That's why I be making certain crystal elixirs. I walk with certain stones and stuff like that. It ain't just jewelry. See, people, this ain't just jewelry. This is cosmic medicine. This is cosmic medicine. You know, it's just a matter of connecting with the right people and like saying, look, this is what I'm dealing with, and then getting the necessary information, because that's what I do. I send information. Once you read the information, it's up to you. Once I present the information, it's up to you. It's just like if one of y'all tell me something that I need to know, right? It's up to me to say, yo, that brother's right. Yo, that sister's right. Such and such is right. They know. How do they know? Because they practice that. You see that. You know, you see it in them, and other people say, yeah, man, such and such helped me. You know, I was like toe up. I was messed up. And such, you know, boom, 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 boom. And I got better. That's the evidence. And so, like I said, it all goes back to receivership. Being open to receive some information that is going to work for you. That's going to build you. That's going to change you. That's going to make you better. That's going to help you. I got to connect this battery pack because I remember when I left the house, it was low. So let me connect my battery pack. That's going to help you. And not be so thinking, oh, yeah, I know every damn thing. Nah, man, I don't know everything. You know, I love knowledge. I love information. The more I get, the more I want. Teach me. I want to know. Okay, my battery. Oh, look, I was down to 15% too. I ain't gonna be out too long. Let's let my daughter play in the park and all that, you know. But hey, how you doing, La Nina? I sent you that information already. I had DM'd the information when I got in. So, my thing is that all of us in the earth, every one of us in this planet, we know some stuff. That's right. All of us in this earth, we know some stuff. How do we get to know? You get to know from going through stuff. Experiences. Remember the word? Experience is the teacher? Yeah, that's how you get to know stuff. And then you might meet somebody who they going through something similar, or you went through it, you found a way out. And if they in receivership, meaning they ready to get the message, get the truth, and they want to say, yo, you know what, I'm ready to change. You know what I'm saying? What can I learn from you? What can I gather? What can, you know, where is the help? There you go. Where is the help? The help is all over the planet. All you got to do is just, like, look at different people who was in the earth or who's still in the earth. They had different gifts, different things they knew nobody knew, right? How did they learn that? They were gifted, right? They were around certain frequencies and they gained and gathered, right? And someone may have given them a seed, right? And pointed certain things in their direction for them to learn and gather. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that if you look at how society is now, we got closed societies. This ain't something that just came out of the clear blue. When you got closed society, that means what? That people don't get the necessary information that they need to get, right? For what? For healing. Yeah. Closed societies. So people are, you know, afraid to, like, sometimes let people know how they feel, to reach out or whatever. And listen, you know, we understand because of fear, because of being hurt, because of people, whatever. We know that. But like I said, there are a lot of good people still left in the planet. If the whole planet was really fucked up, it is. What?
I just want to get
my ice.
Okay, okay.
My water, my agua.
So if the whole world was really as messed up, which it is, but there's still some good people left in the earth. So aside from everything, nope, I'm sorry.
Why not?
You can't drink my, no.
Please.
Here, drink a little bit, drink half.
Thank you.
Say hi to everybody. Okay, so basically, if you meet people who have information that you need, okay, that's it. Excuse me. No. Come on. No.
Bye, I love you.
I love you too. So my thing is that if you meet people, I don't want this, who have good information, those are people that you need to keep in your circle. Yeah, that's what I do. And even if I know, like, I'm multitasking over here, y'all. Okay, bear with me. And even if I know that they may not be around long, meaning, because sometimes you meet people, they in town or, whatever. I try to get the information that I need, make a connection so I can continue to grow. That's the goal, continuing to grow. Continuing to heal, continuing to know. And then as you gather and gain, the universe sends other people who need the information that you have. The information is not for you. It's not for you. At that given time, it's for you. Yeah. But the information is sort of like seeds. But you can only give it to those who are in receivership, meaning open, ready for help, want help, gonna follow the help, gonna follow the path, gonna follow the information, gonna follow the direction, gonna utilize the information. Because since I've been interacting with people, I have had people where they'll come and I boom, and then I'll see them. I said, "So how you doing? What's going on?" "Oh, man, this is getting mad." And I said, "Well, remember when I met you? I gave you the ins and outs and outs and ins." I said, you could have been in a better space. He said, they'll say, "Oh yeah, you're right." I said, "Well, I'm still here. I'm still here." So what I'm saying is that receivership means that you got to be ready to receive, utilize, use, and manifest. Because I had said in the prior live, manifesting is an action word. Yeah, it's an action word. It's an action word. Because kind of like going back a little bit, like I said, I had looked at my life and then I seen what I went through and where I'm at. And I said, man, that brought you to where you are now. Yeah, because I'm better with myself now. Before you get better with anybody else, you got to get better with yourself first. You got to look at who you are, what makes you, all of that stuff. Because then that's going to help you really be more loving towards yourself, caring for yourself, looking at yourself, checking yourself, and like accepting that, you know what, I got more work to do on myself. Yeah, I really need to grow up. Remember what I said, your age does not make you an adult. Your age don't make you a grown-up. Your right-mindedness makes you a grown-up. The decisions, your actions, how you living, all that. So right-mindedness details being an adult. Yeah, it's not your age. It's your right-mindedness. that separates the adults from the non-adults. And this is not judging and knocking. No, it's a beautiful journey of learning. And so that's what I was able to look at. I said, man, yo, you don't, but look at where you are now, man. It's a beautiful place. And the beautiful place starts inside. It starts inside. That's the beautiful place. So when I see ugly, when I see different things going down, I'm able to still honor and capture and appreciate the beautiful place inside of myself, man. Why? Because I got to live inside. I'm waking up to who? Myself. You can be with, yeah, but the goal is you wake up to yourself. As you wake up to yourself, then you can wake up to other selves. Then you can tell if they're waking up. I'm telling you, that's the beautiful place. Knowing that, you know what? I see myself. I know myself. I know what I got to do. I'm not going to fool myself no more. I ain't going to lie to myself no more. I'm not going to shortchange myself. I'm not going to devalue myself. Because you are your net worth. Yeah, we know we need money, of course. We live in a money-driven society. Yeah. And we're going to get money. All of us listening to this live, you're going to get money. You're going to get everything you always wanted. But I tell you this, the goal is to make sure that you are in that beautiful place within, so when you get all the stuff that you always wanted, you'll know what to do with it. You'll be appreciative. You won't let it go to your head. You'll be thankful. You'll be grateful. You'll share if you can. If you can. But you got to take care of home first. Inner home and outer home. Make sure all of that is together. You know? And I'm telling you, the universe will bless you. And sometimes it'll be a little blessing to you, and to you, that little blessing will be a big, gigantic blessing. Because we all perceive the blessings differently. You know, some people want the big mansion. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of us just want our little space where we can just turn the key and go in, boom, bam. You know what I'm saying? Little, small blessings. I always had a saying, appreciate the small things, because when you lose the big things, you got to go back to the small stuff. So it's about understanding. I hope y'all can hear me. It's about understanding how it all works, how you work, how life works. And then hopefully, I'm going to say hopefully, being prepared when things come, whether they're expected or unexpected, and still being able to deal, move, grow, keep staying strong, keep praying, keep meditating, and keep taking care of yourself. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take care of your health. That's important. When your health is together, your thoughts are together. Your system is together. I'm telling you, it's vitally important that we do that. So as we age out, we have less illness going on. We have, we hopefully can avoid some of the things that many people get caught up in as they age out because of poor diet, poor thoughts, just a variation of different things that can be avoided. Remember, it's not about knocking, we're not comparing, we're not putting down. I need to always make that statement in the lives when I do live. It's just about understanding. Do I really want to be in certain situations, or do I want to be in a situation that I know I'm in a situation and it's a healthy situation because I am doing what I'm doing that is supposed to be done to keep myself together. And that's all I can really, say pertaining, to that. You want to be happy, you want to be at peace, you want to understand what makes you tick, what makes them tick, what makes the world tick, everything around you, the ins and outs and ins of life. So this way you can put in place certain grounding techniques and grounding and gridding techniques that you can put into place to offset the upset, to offset the imbalances, the low frequencies, the misunderstandings, the fucked up shit that sometimes happen, the things that you didn't know was happening, or whatever is coming down the pipeline of life, because life is set up a certain way. I think I had a conversation with somebody, and I always speak this. Life shows everybody mercy. Life shows everybody mercy. But then when life has to do what life has to do, it shows no one mercy. Think about that. Life shows everyone mercy. But then when life has to do what life has to do, it shows no one mercy. Because life is a mizan. It's a balance. It has a balance. Even though sometimes we may not don't understand it and we don't get it and we feel in some kind of way. And like, of course we're going to feel that because, you know, we humans. We got feelings. We got emotions. And some things we're not going to understand. You know, some things we will never understand. But, excuse me. But that's the way life is set up. If you don't believe me, all you got to do is just look at your own life. If I can remember as far back as 2. And that's called tracing. We want to, and I'm not saying go backwards. I'm saying look at the different things of your life. Everything. We want to look at everything. Look at everything. Let's face life. Let's face everything. Everything. And look at it. Heal from it. You definitely want to heal from it. We are not going to forget, but we will allow ourselves to heal. You want to heal. The reason why I'm saying this is because just a couple, maybe a little over a week ago, I was angry, not angry like, but I was holding on to this mindset of, Gary, be careful with them because you're bigger than them. Be careful with them. You're bigger than them. So don't grab on nobody. Okay?
I know.
Still play, but be, okay?
I know.
Okay. All right. So what I'm saying is that, and see if we are still holding on to some things that we had no control over. And it's stopping us from living in the here and now. That's what I really wanted to say. And it's okay if you're not ready, but we want to eventually not let go what they did, because they did whatever, but we want to not be carrying the heaviness of the different experiences of what we went through as human beings, so that we can live in the moment of now and not hamper the moments of the breathing of in and out that we have now. That's what I'm really trying to say. Because all of us, everyone, that's just the way it is, have faced something, went through something, so on and so forth. So, getting back to what I was going with this. So I had to let some stuff go pertaining to a family member, and when I did that, I said, man, you really climbing the ladder, bro, because you was able to let that go, that I was not feverishly holding on, but it was in my brain. You know, it was in my brain. And I said, man, it's time to let that go, man. And look at the good things, some good things. You know, some things I did learn. And so I was able to let that go. And I said, you know what? It is what it is. And so now my burden is lighter. Yeah, the burden is lighter. And I need to say this. Your burdens become lighter when you become more creative. Yeah. When you become more in the creative, positive, elevation, healing frequency, your burdens become lighter. Why? Because now I'm channeling my energy into something that's more creative, more productive, to where now I'm basking in the here and now. I'm living in the here and now. I'm building in the here and now. Why? Because I got responsibilities, man. And being that I got responsibilities, I can understand the past and X, Y, and Z, but I'm in the here and now of understanding what I need to do now, in this moment of now. Right now, I'm sitting on the bench, right? I'm looking out. I'm watching my daughter play with the other kids. That's why I'm not really looking directly into the screen. And I'm listening to my environment, and I'm observing my environment. You know, that's something that I teach to my daughter. I say, listen, you got to be aware of your surroundings. And I'm always listening, you know, checking in, listening, you know. And it's very important that we do that, because you might be doing certain things that don't mean everybody else is. So you want to stay out of their sickness, out of their madness, out of their insanity, and out of their fray. Literally. So, like I said, you know, we want to heal, grow, prosper, maintain, develop, figure things out, get some answers. If we don't get all the answers, at least get the answer to, you know what, I'm still breathing in and out, and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be appreciative. I'm going to keep on doing what I need to do to get to the next step of where I need to be, and keep on taking care of my business. My first business is my health. That is my real wealth. Working on my health, taking baby steps, depending on what I can do, and making sure that I'm putting the necessary minerals inside of my body to keep the system going. So if I got to go here, I got to go there. I'm in good spirits to do it. I got the energy to do it. I got the momentum to do it. I got the concentration to do it. You know what I'm saying? And my willpower is strong enough to do what it is that I got to do, because I need to do it. I want to do it. And I know that it's going to have the best outcome for me physically, mentally, spiritually, and all those other aspects pertaining to the breathing of in and out. This is what I want. And this is, you know, the pathway that I'm on. This is what I'm going to give to myself. So that means that I'm taking stock inside of my... Gary! Hey. So this is like, you got to have a plan for yourself. You have to have a plan for yourself. You got to have a plan for what do you want to do? How you going to do it? What steps you going to take? And you could take small steps. The main thing is that you could take small steps, medium-sized steps, gigantic steps. The main thing is that you're taking the steps. And then 30 days will go by, 60 days will go by, a year go by, and you'll look back and say, man, you know what? I was able to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. And I may have been, you know, like unsure of whether I can do that or not. Maybe I was afraid. Maybe I didn't have the information. Maybe at that time I was confused. Maybe at that time I didn't know myself. Maybe at that time I was holding on to some stuff or whatever. Maybe I was caught up in anger. Or maybe I didn't know how to manage my money, whether it's a little bit or a lot. You know, so there's a whole different dynamic of thought process, doing process, becoming the process. Yeah. It's like, you know, I'm surrounded by crystals. I'm surrounded by herbs. You know, I'm surrounded by good frequencies. And the Creator keeps sending those frequencies to me. So now I am the process. So being that I am the process, I facilitate plan of action pertaining to what the process entails, because I understand the process that I'm involved in. And that's vitally important. We want to understand the processes that we are involved in, knowing the ins and outs and ends of that set given process. So this way we got the information, and now we know how to facilitate plan of action pertaining to what it is that we have to do. So as we do it, right, we're confident, we're sure, we have the courage, we have the strength, and we know that, you know what, I know what this entails. I can do it. So if you're feeling like I'm dealing with something and I don't know how to do it or whatever, I don't know how to do it or whatever, reevaluate the process. You are the process. Reevaluate your life. Reevaluate. Like a lot of times we don't even like, and I made mention of this. You've been carried for a long time. Think about it. Think about how, and and sometimes I tend to repeat myself, but it's okay because it's positive. Your feet, your hands, your heart, your body, your blood, your brain, been carrying you, looking out for you, loving you, taking care of you, all that. And there may have been times where we may have not was always eating right, thinking right, feeling right. But that heart said, don't worry, I'm still going to look out for you. Why? Because the universe has a purpose and plan for you. Figure out your purpose. Figure out your plan. You may have to redo. You may have to keep going over and over until you figure it out. Don't compare yourself to other people. Only look at the good things that other people are doing and strive to do good. That's the goal. We don't want to be bad. We don't want to harm nobody. We don't want to hurt nobody, not unless it comes to self-defense. But all that excess, unnecessary, stupid foolishness that, we may have went through or we see other people going through or whatever the case may be, and we're not judging, we want no parts of that. We want to be rich. How do we become rich? You become rich by your thoughts. You become rich by your spirit. You become rich by your soul. You become rich by your right-mindedness. So if you do become like monetary, like money rich, by you already being rich, you'll know what to do with those riches. Think about that. Think about that. Because a couple of us may have had a whole lot of money come through our hands, but because we were not rich inside, our minds was not right, our spirits was not right, our souls was not right. We didn't understand the full process of the process because we didn't know how to process. We didn't know. And money came in the hand and went out. Right? Opportunity came in the hand and left. Good people was in our lives and left. Situations presented themselves, right? And we didn't know what to do. Right? And it's not about saying, oh, you fucked up. No. It's about understanding that, you know what, there's some things I may not have known at certain times when certain things occurred. I may have made certain mistakes, misjudgments, errors, so on and so forth. And now I'm reflecting and I'm looking because I'm tracing. I'm going back. Not going backwards, but I'm going back so I can get an understanding of, oh, now I get it. So I know not to do that in the moment of here and now. And if I am doing that in the moment of here and now, by me tracing, I can get a visual and hopefully pull myself up out of that. And as I pull myself up out of that, which is not really helping me, it's not really nourishing me, it's not really making me happy, it's not really helping me become more creative, more mindful, soulful, happy, joyous, creative, productive. I'm using these words because these are power words. We want to use the words that deal with power, because when you use certain words, those words turn on certain frequencies in your whole system. Yeah, it turns on certain cosmic gateways, cosmic light waves, cosmic frequencies, in the oceans, in the rivers, in the lakes, in the ponds, in the streams, in the flows. Literally, if you don't believe me, look at your blood. What does blood do? It flows throughout your body. Literally. Primarily what? Our body is what? Water. So you got some oceans, some lakes, some rivers, some ponds, some streams. I'm telling you. And so it's just a matter of stepping out of illusion, stepping out of feeling weak, stepping out of all those less powerful words that does not add on to us feeling. Gary, don't do that. Stepping out of those low frequency thoughts and words and ways that we know this is not it. This is not it. As you awaken, your system going to say, nah, that's not it. That's it. Nah, that's not it. Oh yeah, that's it. That's definitely it. Your system, because it's a chemical reaction. Communication. Chemical reaction, communication. All of it is a chemical reaction. It's a communication. If you don't believe me, look at your hand right now and lift it up. Look at your foot right now and lift it up. That's a chemical reaction. That's a communication that was sent, right? And said, leg lift up, hand lift up. So when you begin to truly understand yourself, that's when you're going to start taking better care of yourself. How do we do that? Because I'm already in this live. This is how we do that. And if you need information, you can inbox. We do consultations pertaining to whatever you want to talk about. This is how we change. Start reading what you're eating. Start reading what you're drinking. You got a smartphone. You got a cell phone. Start looking up those ingredients on whatever it is you're drinking or eating. Do it. So you can get an insight on, this is what I'm eating? This is what I'm drinking? Yeah. And then, as you do the research, right? Then you're going to look for what are the harmful effects of those chemicals that you're drinking, that you're eating. Please, you know this ain't about putting nobody down, making you feel like you're worth. No. This is a chemical reaction that's communicated. This is what we have to do. If we want to really, really heal and grow and interact on the levels of healing, number one, we got to get with those who are healing. We got to be honest about the healing, and we got to be ready to do the healing work and do the healing research. Yeah, literally. The reading, the research, whatever it takes, that is right. So we can be in a better place, at a better place, and our destination is a better place because we understand that it all starts inside, literally. And I guarantee you, when you get the money, when you get the different things that you're going to get, you're going to know what to do with those things. Because the system is going to be clear, and the system will become clearer, if that's a word. And you're going to see more clear. Self-care is so important. If you're not there, it's okay. But I'm telling you, it's doable. I'm telling you, it's doable. Yeah, we know we ain't gonna be living forever. We know that. We know that. But I will tell you this. The more better aware you are, and you get the right information, you get the right elevation, you get the right healing, you will feel better as you live. It has nothing to do with money. It's information. People make money because they got information on how to make money. We think we got to get money to make money. You need information to make money. Think about it. How much money, listen, if you sit down since the time you understood the value of a dollar and you count, come on. So, right information is a freedom. Information will help us do the right thing. Because remember what I said, your age does not make you an adult. Right-mindedness makes you an adult. So, just to give you some simple life path keys, start reading labels on everything you buy in the store and you eat and drink. Okay? I don't care what your financial situation may be. Oh, it's expensive. I can't buy it. Listen, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype that you cannot slowly take small steps to change what you are putting in the system. Don't believe the hype. Because, like some people are, oh, it costs. I said, no, it don't. It might be like 50 cents extra. Yeah. Because the goal is we want to go in. So in order to go in, we don't got to rush it. You can take one step in the right direction. As you take one step in the right direction, then your body going to be, oh man, I love how this feels. I want some more of this. Then your body's going to say, yeah, let's go to the second level. Let's go to the third level. Let's go to the fourth level. Let's go to the fifth level. And then over time, as you practice certain things, you're going to become more freer within. That means a lot of those burdens and pressures and this and that, you will be released from. Why? Because you're in the frequency of self-care. Self-care is very, very important. Little baby steps, okay? Like I said, I'm going to give you, even though I repeat myself, read labels, read labels, read labels, read labels. The same way when you go shopping for clothes, you're reading the labels, see if it's on sale, right? You're reading to see if it, you can get a deal. This is what we want to do with the things that we are drinking and eating. It's very, very important that we do that. I'm not saying you have to. It's just a suggestion. And I guarantee you them headaches and all that other stuff that a lot of us feel, once we start reading, and then we're going to read, and then we're going to see what is the harmful effects such and such has, and then you will see it. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to lie. I like chocolate, right? So I would be buying this chocolate from this store that sells organic stuff. And I said, yo, read the label, man. I read the label. It was soy. It was this. It was, I said, damn, man, all along I wasn't even getting real chocolate. And then I went to BJ's one day. 60% chocolate. Blah, blah, blah. Read the back. I said, I never saw this word. I Googled the word. Causes breathing difficulties. I said, man, isn't this something? I've been eating this stuff. And so that's when I became more proactive in my self-care. Okay? Reason why is, oh, it's just a little bit, it ain't gonna hurt. Because I had a lady one time, I'm on a train with my daughter, she was a little bit younger. Lady wanted to offer some sweets or whatever. I said, no. I said, no, thank you. I said, no, we eat organic. So she looks at me. Oh, she's just a kid. She can have a little bit. I said, I understand that. I said, but I don't give my daughter that stuff. I said, when you have some children, you can give that to them. Because she wanted to kind of go back and forth. But, I kept my composure. And then, I use wisdom. And I use wisdom, and, it is what it is. a little bit adds up. Those chemicals don't go away. They deposit in the fatty tissues of your body. That's why you get certain cravings for certain stuff. Yeah? Listen, it's deep. Anyway, that's one thing. So that means lymphatic cleanse. That means cleaning your blood. I mean, that means a whole series of different things we want to do to break certain habits. Whether you're a cigarette smoker, you know, I'm not judging, but there's certain things that come into play when you want to clean your blood. Once you clean your blood, you clean your system out, then that means you're cleaning, so you won't be having those urges. It's a process. If you want to become a part of the process, you know, my number's on the gram. You can text for a consultation. You can DM me for a consultation, and you tell me what's going on with you. I'll send you information that you can read, so you can see, oh yeah, he does know what he's talking about. Why? Because I am in the process. I have become the process, because I was definitely ill, wasn't always eating right, you know. But now that I'm, you know, reading labels more, becoming more conscious and stuff like that, you know, my inner space is a lot more happier by what it is that I'm doing. Because certain things that we eat create certain thought processes and thought frequencies. Yeah. And once you free yourself, you'll see your thinking will change. You'll be declogging the system. The system is electric. And I learned that from Dr. Sebi. Thank God for Dr. Sebi. So we want to make sure that we are feeding and drinking things that are advantageous to the longevity of the system, that will help the system process the system and the various systems within our system correctly. It's deep. I'm still learning. That's why I follow certain people on Instagram and Facebook. I learn from them, I tweak it, and then I add it to my life path. That's what I do. No, you ain't gonna live forever, but I will tell you this: you'll start feeling better about living. Those mood swings and attitudes and this and that, you know, these inadequacies, you know, that, you know, a lot of it deals with what we're eating, because the body is not getting what it needs, you know, to feel happy, to feel at peace, to feel strong, to feel confident. And don't blame yourself, you know, information is out there. Let the smartphone make you smarter. Use the smartphone and let it make you smarter. So remember, information. If you got some information that you would like to share with me, feel free. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of what I got, I learned from the many thousands of people who I have encountered. A lot of it is in my ancestral DNA, you know, but a great deal of it I learned from people who was in the process. Yeah, they would talk to me and I would listen. I would be under them like, yo, this person knows some stuff, and it moved my heart, it moved my spirit. And I would be under them, like everywhere they went, I'm under them. Like I'm telling you, learning. They say, yo, read that book. Yo, watch that YouTube video. Do this. Listen to it. And I'm like, okay, no problem. Boom, 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 boom. And then my thoughts changed. I started growing. I'm telling you, if you think you're grown now and you think you are growing up, when you start really doing that self-care, oh man, you really, really want to feel yourself growing. Excuse me, I'm getting cotton mouth over it. Growing is a frequency. It's a frequency. And I want to say this. We're leaving the body, so we don't want to leave out the body angry. You don't want to leave out the body resentful. You don't want to leave out the body regretful. You don't want to leave out the body, I said angry, right? And unsure. You want to leave out the body knowing, you know what, man? Before you can make peace with God, you got to make peace with yourself. Before you can make peace with God, you got to make peace with yourself. Before you can make peace with the universe, you got to make peace with yourself. You're living inside of your body. Make peace with yourself first and foremost. Forgive yourself. Nurture yourself. Love yourself. Keep working on yourself. Don't stop. Don't give up. You're there. You're almost there. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, you've been through some things. You went through some things. You might be going through some things right now. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't give up. You're still breathing in and out. You're rich. That's the money. Breathing in and out. That's the wealth. That's the riches. So do the self-care. Take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. If you need information, feel free. So Cosmic.